Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Tangledeep. People seem pretty up for the Sword Dancer in the comments of the last episode, and I'm concerned, as somebody said, that Sword Dancer is a great class to end up in. So if we intend to dip into another class, we should do that first, so that we end up as a Sword Dancer, so that we have the passives of the Sword Dancer, because they're very good. That person's totally right, but I think we're going to go straight to Sword Dancer right now, because given how difficult we've found a couple of the encounters, I'm concerned that we're going to die before we could swap back into Sword Dancer from something else. And I do want to show it off, because I think it's a really cool class. So we're going to jump over to Sword Dancer here. Now, one thing that's kind of neat, I think, is that if you prefer the look of your previous class, there's this wardrobe here that you can interact with, and it lets you look like any class you have been with this character, which is neat. I think we'll go ahead and be a Sword Dancer for right now, though. So, some things have changed. We now have, each time we step, we may extend the duration of Flame Serpent and Ice Tortoise, neither of which we know at this moment, but we'll get there. I'm looking to get to these quickly, so we should definitely prioritize any quests that give job point bonuses. Getting a Flame Serpent every time you parry is cool. Your parries reducing cooldowns is cool, and obviously we're going to be leaning very hard on parrying from now on. And of course, the every time you parry, you get an immediate riposte. You have more parry chance with a sword, and we'll be getting some more stuff that's going to help us parry as well. In addition to the sword attack that we just took. Now, I believe back when I played last time, there were 2 skills in each of the weapon mastery paths, and the second one was passive. So what is the next thing we have access to here? Blinding Parry. Armed with this technique, you will blind enemies every time you parry one of their attacks. So that's 500 JP, but the thing is, spending job points on this will slow down our acquisition of our passives. I definitely, at the very least, want to pick up the second tier passive of Sword Dancer before we go after that. Okay, are we all rumored up here? Yeah, we are. Alright, I probably... Oh, okay, here we go. We're gonna get a tutorial on breeding. Good. I just came down here to see if there was any stuff in the grove yet. Alright, now that you've got 2 critters in the corral, I think it's time we help them get along better. You see, monsters don't often share their food, unless you cook it with rose petals. Bring a meal cooked with rose petals and you're guaranteed to build a friendship between 2 monsters. Okay. Now that's the tricky part. Way back when, me and Farmer Langdon, we found an empty clearing in Tangledeep that was all pretty and peaceful. We thought, wouldn't it be nice if we could bring beasties here so they could become friends faster? Great idea, but turns out Tangledeep is always more wild than you think it is. It wasn't long before untamed beasts took over the place. Now, if you can get over there, I'm sure there are some rose petals left, but you'll have to watch out for those wild monsters. We'll find our little friendship forest near, okay, level 4. So, on subsequent runs, we'll be able to get some, I'm not gonna try. I was considering just walking back into Cedar Caverns and going to level 4. Alright, so we're giving up on the axe thing. We've committed on sword. Which means that this thing we have equipped now is not quite as exciting. We're never gonna get the 2-piece or 3-piece bonus anyway, probably, at least not on this run. So it gives 50 HP, it gives Warcry, which is cool, it's fine, I guess, but we should be on the lookout for another thing to replace this. And we'll stash this. Actually, we should figure out how much gold is that going to be, because that's something we should do soon, so that we don't potentially run out of money. Okay, I can't see the stuff that's actually on me. I'll stash it right now in exchange for one of the necklaces, I think. Stamina, probably. Because we do go through our stamina awfully quickly. Again, this is just in case we die, you know. It would be 29.75. Okay. We have some stuff. Let's sell some stuff. Let's see how close to that we get. Let's sell individual items. So we definitely don't... Yeah, we definitely don't need this. You will notice these are not selling for very much. Step through mud with no penalty. No, thank you. We don't need that. Don't need that. I kind of want to hold on to this just in case. We might go back into it. You know what we might want to do, actually? Now that we have, now that we've decided to... Man, my brain, what is going on? And now that we've decided to stick with swords, we might want to Orb of Reverie our current sword. Just go in there and buff it up a little bit. Although I guess it's not a very high level sword. Maybe we should try to... Well, maybe we should just do it with the Nodachi. See if we can't maybe add an element to the Nodachi or something. We have 5 orbs, we may as well. Alright, man, I want to do the thing. I am, in fact, ready to take a spin in the Dreamcaster. Okay, I gotta interact with it. Okay. Yeah, we'll go in on the Nodachi. Guaranteed upgrade plus 30 power. The starting power of this Iron Claymore is lower, but it's probably better to buff up the power of this than it is to go in here and like hope that it gains shock damage. Yeah, let's do this. This means that we won't have this available to us for actual use in the thing, but okay. So we can modify items by removing modifiers, basically leveling them down, taking off prefixes or suffixes that we don't value, so that we can potentially replace them with better stuff. We're trying to make some money here, so I don't know if I want to... We can transmute some amount of gold for an extra magic chance. I'm not sure... Like, it may bestow a random magical property. We're doubling the chance that that will happen, I guess, but I don't know what the base chance is, so I'm not really sure if this is a good use of our gold or not. Let's not bother, because we are trying to save up enough money to get that helm into the, what do you call it? Into the bank. So yeah, let's do this. Okay, without adding gold, your item will for sure not get a magical property. Yeah, alright. Alright, let's put some in then, I guess. We'll make some money in there. It's hard to know what the payout's going to be. You know what? Survival is good. Let's try to survive. So this dungeon should be pretty easy. It's based on the level of the item and stuff, so... Well, in an item dream, you may find dream consumables. These are just as effective as their real-world counterparts, but they disappear if you leave the item dream. Okay. That's new. That was not the case before. And I believe it is the case that enemies are infinite in here, like in a normal level. But all the enemies on this level should be afraid of us. We don't have to fight anything, and we won't really be rewarded for fighting anything, so... Alright, what you're seeing there is a crystal. We'll look at the crystal in a second. So, inside of the area of a crystal, it has an effect. There's a bunch of different kinds of crystals. They're randomly generated throughout the level, and we can kill them to get rid of them if we find one that is a big hindrance or anything. For now, we're just going to look around and see what we can see. The item dream can get pretty weird. You'll sometimes see some very strange levels. This one looks normal. I suspect that there's a greater chance of seeing weird stuff in higher levels. Sometimes monsters will be on your team. You can see the heart there. But I totally did not click on the staircase. Oh hey, it's the Memory Kings. This is the guy we're here to kill. Well, that was straightforward. Okay. Let's see... It has become greedy, plus 15% gold earned. Yeah, alright. I punched everything in here to death. Instead of equipping my Nodachi. You know what? Whatever, man. Apparently I'm gonna keep doing that. I apologize to everyone. You know what else we should be doing is we should replace the Warcry that we've now lost with another skill. What's on the other bar? Song of Endurance does raise our parry. Let's make that a first VAR skill now. Okay, so we're totally badass. Let's just run around and pick up all the money and stuff that's on the level before we leave. They won't all be this easy. Better items. I have more difficult dungeons. Longer dungeons. We're gonna put another Orb of Reverie into here. Ow! Don't bite me. What's wrong with you? Splint mail. Okay, I mean this is all stuff we can sell. You'll notice that this is not the location where the stairs up were. That's how it works here. Sometimes the stairs are not where you expect them to be. Sometimes the rules of the place are confusing. Alright, we got some more shining Dazzle Leaf seeds. If that Dazzle Leaf tree turns out to be cool, it might be neat. He's a cheerleader. That's not a trait that I have seen before. Probably just means he buffs other nearby monsters, would be my guess. Seems pretty simple. Ooh! A chicken dinner, and it's a real one too. It's not like a dream. All right, fungal toads heal. It's kind of their thing. The other thing that is their thing is not being very dangerous. So, okay, we found some loot. Let's get out of here. Okay, an item can be upgraded in item dreams up to 3 times. Even legendary items can be upgraded 3 times. So, oh, we've unlocked the Lucid Dreamer character feat. That's cool. Each time you beat an item dream, merchants may restock, your trees may bear fruit. Basically, each time you beat an item dream, it advances the game a day. Okay, we're unlocking lots of cool stuff for our next character, which we may totally need. So, our weapon is now 270 base power, with 15 extra gold from monsters. Not bad. We're definitely going to go back in. And this time we're going to go back in while equipped with a sword. Also, I didn't realize that our staff that I had in case of needing a staff is a lightning staff. That's awfully convenient given our equipment. Do it again. Oof. Chances of an item, much lower. Or chances of more magic, much lower. We will at the very least get a power-up, and I'll just spend a ton of money. We'll flip a coin here. Nah, you know what? Let's go all the way. Let's spend all of our money. We are equipping the Nodachi before doing anything else. That is an enemy that looks like it actually wants to fight us. Oops. I meant to attack him, not walk. Wow. I am slain! Ugh. So yeah, that was a sequence of quick parries there. We got pretty lucky. So most of the monsters here should be afraid of us again. Just looking around for loot. You know, if we don't get to store this helmet in the bank, it won't be the end of the world, but it would be nice to make some decent money on these. Sometimes you find... I was literally just about to say gold frog. Sometimes you find a gold frog in the item dreams. He bounces around the level like that in a really unpredictable way, and it's hard to fight him, but as you might expect, what with him being a gold frog, the loot can be very good. Stop running. He's very good at fleeing. We may have to javelin to actually hit him. Why did my weapon switch? That's weird. Oh, this thing's actually hostile on us. Go away. Oh, isn't that nice? I love it when he just walks right over. Okay, these things want to fight. Fine. We'll fight. Alright, more chicken. This is a really good source of restorative items, apparently. You know what? Oh. He's almost dead. Oh, I killed him. Yeah, look at all that. Wow, what power! They're, weirdly intelligent creatures here in the item dream. I suppose, if an item can have dreams, why shouldn't everything in the universe be able to talk? We do not understand or respect the intelligence of things that appear to be inanimate. I did not know that you could get intermediate floors in item dreams. I feel like this is maybe new as well. What's up, guy? Thanks for saving me back there. Turns out being cooped up in a mine makes my boulders stiff. So now I'm doing a bit of wandering in my spare time. Boy, this is weird that I guess we're dreaming with the item? Or the Nodachi? I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. Let's sell all of our commons, and I guess let's see what he's got. Okay, he's got some stuff. He's got some tents. I love tents. These are very useful. We actually made back all the money we spent already. These are expensive, but they refill you completely. They'll let you pass a day. I think we have to buy all the tents. I think it would be very foolish not to. These are real-life tents. These are not dream tents. Somehow we will take them with us out of the dream. This whole process is very weird. Okay. Hey, free fish. This is definitely not how the stairs were arrayed on the other floor. Okay, that's kind of an annoying crystal. It's not really a big deal. Are we anywhere near enough job points to actually get Sword Dancer abilities? Not really. Flame Serpent is 250... Yeah, okay. Someday we'll actually be a Sword Dancer. Ow. That probably warrants the use of a flash charge. We should probably just burn this beetle down real fast. Okay. Wow, this guy's taken a lot of damage, I guess just from ripostes off of parrying. Yeah, man. It is a confident, greedy Iron Claymore. So confident is bonus damage when we have high health, right? Yep, plus 20% damage if we're over 75%. I don't love confident because, in my experience, I don't spend a lot of time over 75% health. But it sure did gain power as well. Oh hey, check it out. It's Rando. It's some Rando. He apparently sells bows. And bow-related accessories. He's the Hank Hill of bows. Alright. Let's finish exploring this floor real quick. This is going pretty well. So we're up to 318 power. Please stop doing that. They're worthless. We're not even getting anything for fighting them, but they are dealing damage to us. There's some chance that we end up not getting anything of value out of coming over here. Man, I hate these things. Just hoping to proc a parry there. Our parry chance is actually pretty good, it seems like. We're doing all right on the parries. Okay, well I think thanks to that intermediate floor, I think we actually went up. We went up a flash charge there. So I think we only used one charge in there, and then we got one. We got two from the fountain. All right, one more time. There's some chance, there's a pretty good chance we won't get a magic item. I'm just going to go ahead and throw all our gold at this. But we will get 36 power. This should be a little bit more difficult. Let's eat some bananas or something, you know, just to like get a small buff going. We don't really have a lot of small buff type food. We're actually just really low on healing food. Alright, well, leg of turkey. It's not a small buff, but big buffs are good too. Actually, no reason not to just have a lot of health. Oh, Dream Lightning Brew. We're not going to step in lava for that. Okay, we can go around here. There's no way to pick up an item from an adjacent space. As far as I'm aware, you have to actually step on it. Okay, 112 gold. That's nice. He's curious. He's not currently in combat mode. We'll fix that. So bandits will actually steal stuff that is on the ground and take off with it. Like, they actually do like loot. Oh, I don't have the energy for my song. Crazy. Alright. Hey, look, energy. So, that Panthox is a slightly different color. Doesn't really mean anything. Sometimes stuff in the item dream is a weird color or whatever. He's weird. Okay. I was gonna let him go if he was just gonna run away. That's fine with me. I think we may have gotten all the valuable stuff here. Oh, here's something. That's a friendly toad who's being manhandled by this crab. He tried to disarm us and he missed. We basically... I think there's an area in the center here that we haven't really seen. Oh, there's some treasure right there, actually. Okay, I don't think it's worth stepping on lava. Well, our health is pretty high here. Okay, that was a brined fish. I'm definitely not stepping on lava for a dream item. Wait. So over here was how we got up there. Okay, so this is part of what I was talking about. This is where things start to get real weird. What an interesting name for a plant. It's just starting fires all over the place. That seems irresponsible to me, but I guess I'm not a big plant monster, so what do I know? Alright, bananas. Lots and lots of energy, which I appreciate. Oh, sorry, frog. I was not even trying to attack this frog. Just sort of wandered into me. Came out of nowhere. He was headed right for me. I have a free turn right now, so we can free turn step next to him and then attack him on our real turn. I'm actually having a heck of a time hitting stuff down here. This frog is doing some fine work distracting enemies. Okay, I did not pay enough attention when we were entering the floor, or when we were entering the item dream, and so I don't actually know if this one is only 2 floors. It might be, there might be another floor above this. Ooh, that's a real flame cocktail. We need to take that out with us. Oh, look at him go. What a total beast he is. The frogs are strong. Guess we can flask. Alright, I should remember to use... We have, like, barrier potions and stuff. Yeah. I mean... I guess so? I suppose there's not really a reason not to use it. Did I lose our frog? I think I walked too far away from him. He didn't die, did he? Oh, we get a crab. He's worthless, but we got him. He's not a very good crab, but he's mine. Yeah, they seem to get pathing problems here fairly easily. Well, our crab is off somewhere being a total jerk to somebody for no reason. I don't know that we could ask any more of him. Okay, so there is in fact a 3rd floor. Did I check all the way down here into this corner? Did not. 57 gold? Why? It's like it's my birthday. Okay. So this mushroom is on our team. That's cool. It's actually really good to have a Floriconda because they grab enemies and pull them in. So all you have to do is stay close to the Floriconda and it will deal with ranged stuff for you. Okay, well... we're not finding any dream heal you items, which is a shame. Let's eat another turkey leg. Get a little bit of replenishment going. I want to try to keep my flask charges high, but there's no reason to be super cautious about spending them anymore now that... what do you call it? Now that the... oh, it's a cross around me, not a cross around the target. Alright. Never mind. We won't use our sword attack here. We'll just hit people. Now that there's a cap on the... a sort of a soft cap on the number of flask charges you can have. This guy the Memory King? He is. Regenerating and phasing. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. We shall challenge him. Okay. Well, we worked him out pretty easily. So verdant fruit leaf, some not real loot. Okay, we did not get another magic suffix or prefix, but we did get to 354 power, which is hard to argue with. And we'll be able to prove that by showing how much difficulty the enemies have arguing with it. A confident wooden crossbow of darkness. Well, that's probably replacing our javelin. 233 power. Yup. But look at this. I'm remembering to... hold on. Nope, you gotta leave. Alright. I am remembering to switch back to the sword after equipping a new thing. See? I can be taught. I've outrun our Floriconda. That's a shame. And that Floriconda pulled me out of the gas. I will be forever grateful. Not so grateful that I'm not going to cut him in half, but, you know, like, somewhat grateful. A little grateful. So I guess before you leave a dream, you should make sure that your energy and stamina are full, because the dreams are totally full of items that do that. Items that will go away when you leave. Alright, I think we're good here. Oh, nope, there's an area in the top right. This has been good for us. We've gotten a lot of extra... oops. Sorry, mushroom. We've gotten a lot of extra loot from doing these. I've spent a lot of money, but we have more restorative items than we did. And, of course, there's something to be said for the incredible amount of power that we've gained on this sword. We've raised the sword's power by, like, 50%. Okay, we're cool. Let's get out of here. Let's pass the turn a bunch of times. Alright, so that the little exclamation point you see on our portrait down at the bottom means we have enough JP to learn something. Yeah, we got almost 400 job points from doing that sword level up thing as well. Nice. So, what do we want most? Landing a crit restores your energy. That's pretty cool. I'm looking for passives first. You know how we do. Your counterattacks deal 30% more damage, and you counterattack when parrying with non-sword weapons. It's still better to use a sword because swords have increased parry chance. Toggle to channel your ki into an electric aura. Every time you move, you spend 6 energy, but you gain a charge, and then next time you attack, you do a bunch of bonus damage. And while you're just holding the charges, they give you extra parry chance. That's not terrible. We probably want to take the other charge, though, I think. It just does a bunch of weapon damage. It's more the kind of charge that I'm expecting a charge to be. So we definitely want that to be on the front page. I don't use Furious Crescendo very much. Why don't we... we'll move Furious Crescendo to the second page. We'll put this next to our other charge. Okay. Let's see if she has anything that's really exciting. She has some rose petals. How expensive are those? Oh, not even very expensive. She has a scimitar, which is the next quality up of sword from the claymore, but our claymore is pretty good now. Oh, it's a one-handed sword. Never mind. Who would even? Who could care about such a thing? But if you only hold your weapon with one hand, what are you going to do with the other hand? It seems terrible to me. Well, I mean, we can't not buy the tent. And actually, teleportation scrolls are great. You know what? You know what? Maybe we end up not... Maybe we end up not storing the helmet. Maybe that happens. I don't know. We got food items. Hey. These are pretty good. Do I want to just, like, go crazy with spending, though? Yeah. Alright. I do. I decided. Carrots are a little too expensive to buy them just for feeding the monsters, probably. The thing is, there's so much I don't know about the monster system that I'm having trouble making good decisions. Like, what if better monsters, or what if happier monsters produce better offspring? Like, that's a possibility, right? That's the kind of thing you might see in a game. There's an unusual Tangledeep curry-loving vine stalker in Stalker Nest that hoards the curries. You may not change gear until the rumor is complete. It's a very good rumor. I have no idea where Stalker Nest is. But let's try this. I think I'm happy with our gear in its current state. That's a lot of payout. Stalker Nest. So we're going to make a Tangledeep curry real quick. We'll just like 2 cheeses. Bam. Okay. Curried. Magma Chamber 1F. Find the thing to get some XP and whatever. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we're looking for the Stalker Nest and the Magma Chamber. We have no idea where either of them are. In the past, we've gotten some information about where side areas that we were looking for are actually located. Here, we'll just have to get lucky and stumble into them. It's possible that some of this stuff, at least one of the things that we're talking about here, is actually in the other path up the fungal caves, so we might not actually have access to all of them. It's important that we remember not to change our gear. A Grim Bog Frog. So he's physical resistant. Turns out we do lightning damage. He's also quite large. A short sword of companions and thunder. That's a wonderful name for a piece of equipment. Okay, this secret area wouldn't have been that secret if we'd come in from the north. I guess we may as well use a charge from our flask since we hit 25. Something around here is shooting lightning. Alright. Lunge! There you go, that's how you do that. An electrified puller. Well, actually, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with him being a puller. If he wants to pull this thing over so that I can hit it more easily, that would be actually really cool. Alright. There we go. We found some milk. We found an incombustible necklace, which we don't really have a lot of value for. That's interesting. That looks like a room. Well, we still have some shovels. Oh, it's just a room full of lava. Never mind. Wow. Here's a question. Is it a good idea? Is it a good idea to just leave a bunch of fountains somewhere and try to remember that they're there and come back later once you've expended a bunch of your charges? Because I think that that's the situation that we find ourselves in here. Or rather, it is a good idea, I should say. It's not a question of whether it's a good idea or not. It's a question of whether I reasonably believe that I will actually be able to remember to come back and get the fountains. My feeling is that I will not. I will not remember. So we're just going to be aggressive with our use of healing flasks to stay at full health. Ow. So he summons... Blade Masters summon these spinning blades. They just kind of fly around. I'm not too worried about it, obviously. We're quite powerful now. Huh. That yellow gem is an aquamarine. Are aquamarines actually that color? I would have expected them to be, you know, like bluish. Alright. Oh, we just learned about days for some reason. Oh, hey, look, it's the pet shop. Pet shop, do you have... Ah, you do. Free stuff. Monster chow. Interesting. I'm assuming that's just a food that all monsters like. You ever wished for your very own monster pet? Well, wish no more! I've got certified free-range monster eggs for sale. Hatch one and the monster will love you forever, probably. Of course, didn't you know all monsters lay eggs? Fish, frogs, insects, even panthocs do it. I acquire these eggs and provide them to you at incredible prices. You can hatch one anytime, and the monster that pops out will love you forever. I'm not going to spend money on this, because these monsters are probably bad. Heavy mystery egg, actually. Sounds like it's probably pretty cool. Never mind what I just said. We're going to buy that one. We actually have, we have a weak egg in our inventory that I have not used. Alright. Now, my experience with the monster eggs before was that the monsters were a little fragile, so I think we're going to hold on to this egg until we're actually in a position where we will potentially die, basically. Alright, so I'm just going to take these each as one charge because, again, I think I will forget to use them. Also, I see another room through the wall there. Let's dig. Nope, just more lava. This place is terrible. Well, I suppose there's no reason not to go to full health. And then this one's only going to be one charge. Yeah, alright, we only wasted one charge there. We only did not get one charge that we were entitled to. Where's the real stairs? Over here. Oh, actually, it looks like I'm not done. Had I not gone up into this room? Oh, there's a single piece of treasure. Okay, let's turn the map off. It's in the way. So, given how much easier things are now that we have a real weapon, I wonder if we should just hit this. Like, even if we tank out this run, these things have great stuff in them, and we might be able to accumulate some cool stuff to store for future runs. I think I'm gonna go for it. Let's hit it. So that was a lot of JP. That was a fair amount of money. We are definitely up for learning another thing. So, Ice Tortoise allows you to project the key through your weapon to the surrounding air, solidifying it into damaging ice shards. It's like that, ability we've seen bosses use, where it spins around you slowly. I probably want to pick up Flame Serpent. So this will create flames near us, just like some flames that hover next to us, and as we move around, they'll move with us, they'll stay in the same orientation to us. They do some damage as fire per turn. It's based on our weapon power, so that's great. And enemies in the flames also take bonus damage. It makes our attacks 25% stronger. It's a really good ability, like a definitely first bar kind of ability. We should probably use Verse the Elements more often. Trying to figure out what can drop off the first bar. The deal with the thing is, it costs nothing to switch over to the second bar. There's no reason that things on the second bar have to be worse. It's just that I'm forgetful. I will forget to hit buttons that are on the second bar sometimes. Let's swap the Versa challenges over. This is the only one I remember to use, so that should be easier for me to go, oh yeah, sometimes it's a boss. Let's flip over to the thing. We'll pull Flame Serpent onto the first bar. And you can see each class, all of their icons have a certain color scheme, which I think is really cool. I kind of I gush about this game a little bit, but it's just because I think it's really extremely good. Ooh, some kind of fancy monster over there. Why don't we, get ready? Okay, we have to get a little bit closer to get our lunge on, but we can still charge him with our Highland Charge. Ow. He's Ice Daggers. He's not really that dangerous, though. This might be a good time to try out Flame Serpent, just so you guys can, check out the magic. Also might be a good time to Healing Flask. We should not... Ow. We should not be shy with our Healing Flask. It's, we can definitely afford to go down to, we can hover around 20 charges. I'm sure we'll be fine. So I think we're going to lean into parrying a little bit more. Guile is also an offensive stat in that it gives you higher crit chance. But we want to be parrying all the time. Okay, the loot wasn't even good, but we did get a level up out of it. Okay, something down here is fairly serious. Oh, this is all he has, though. It's just Shadow Grasp. So we're losing CT every turn, and our damage is reduced due to his horrible curse. Whatever, we'll just smash him up. Won't be a problem. We may as well Flame Serpent. Anything you're intending to fight for more than a couple of seconds is worth Flame Serpenting. What is the hotkey for this? There's definitely a hotkey for switch bars. We'll apply the Burst of Challenges, and then we shall have at him. Nice, a Butler spell. That's always useful. Okay, well, not actually good loot, unfortunately. Yeah, we're doing all right. Things are going okay. So you get to the bandit hideout by taking either path. Hey, you! How did you get back here? We better take care of her before the Duke finds out we messed up. Yeah, I don't know that that's gonna work out the way you guys are hoping. Oh, you fool! You stepped into the charge range. Wow, I just hit him for 306. It's nice that the charge can crit. So we're going to step this way so that he's no longer able to hit us in the side he put the vulnerability on. Let's call him for help. Seems like his friends are not too cognizant. Oh no, we can't quite charge over to him. Well, alright, we're just eating this attack then. Okay. Obviously, there's going to be a boss fight up there. But... or not this. This isn't what I wanted. I'm wondering whether Stalker Nest and Magma Chamber are on the floor above the boss fight, or if they're maybe over in the fungal caverns. So I think we're gonna take a peek down into the fungal caves. Let's explore. I'd say this whole level and the whole level below it are places where I would expect there might be a staircase relevant to our quest. And again, we can afford at this point to be aggressive with our flasks because we know there's a bunch of flask charges waiting for us upstairs. Yeah, wow, we hit really hard now. It helps that I'm actually using my weapons, but in general, I think we're just doing a really good job here. Alright, so the number one tip that I think I would give to everybody is really pay attention to the turn system. It's almost never to your benefit to step adjacent to a monster, and if the monster's hostile, it will just come to you anyway. So you want to use abilities, even abilities that aren't very good, have some cachet as just sort of spacers. It's way better to do something than to pass the turn while you're waiting for a monster to approach you. So stuff like Flame Serpent is really valuable because in those awkward situations where there's one space between you and the monster you're fighting, you can cast Flame Serpent and get some value out of that time while you're waiting for it to walk over to you, and still get to hit it first. Whereas if you walked over to it, it would hit you first. The other thing that's really nice about Wild Horse is it lets you just pick a square within the radius to charge to. So, like, we couldn't charge here with our Highland charge. Guardian Stewards are annoying ranged enemies. Alright. Let's go ahead and use this so that we get 2 charges out of this thing. Ow! Well, I just walked forward. I just walked forward into an attack in a way that is completely counter to the advice that I just gave. I like to think of myself as a person who's pretty good at figuring out what the right thing to do is, but that does not make me a person who's good at executing it. Sadly. Man, there's a lot of gold. The gold piles just laying on the ground are pretty good. Okay. So this is one of those situations. I'll just turn on the Might Song. Spend our turn. Okay, Stalker Nest. There we go. This is the one... Alright. This is the one that we couldn't change our equipment for, right? Yeah. Okay, so we have a Tangledeep Curry. We found the Stalker Nest. Let's do this right. Okay, so be careful. Do not accidentally kill... Ooh. So I'm gonna throw up a Flame Serpent as well. Yeah, the damage is pretty alright. Oh, I'm rooted. I'm not 100% sure why I was rooted. Is that an element of that poison? So we can charge over and just bring the Flame Serpent to them. Oh, I'm still healing. Also rooted. Oh, it's this guy. Oh no, we did damage to him. Oh, they have a web shooting thing. Okay, I'm gonna try to leave. Oh, he's not? Okay, okay, he went back to neutral. I was gonna say, I'm afraid that we'll kill him accidentally through parries. But he's backed off, so let's drop this. I just want to drop the one. Give me that, he says. Oh, awesome. That's such a good payout. Alright, that was worth all the effort. So, we have a ton of job points again all of a sudden. Restore inner energy after landing a critical hit. Our songs cost energy. Like, this is pretty good. But I think we want to keep picking up killing ability, for lack of a better term. Increasing the damage of our counterattacks is not bad, though. Root target enemy and reduce its damage by 33% for 2 turns. Increases parry chance temporarily and adds a wind attack to your riposte. Oh, actually, this is really nice. Throwing dust in the wind up when you're getting surrounded so that you're doing bonus damage. Wind counterattack deals 50% of weapon power as lightning, which will then be buffed by our shock ring. I'm thinking dust in the wind is a good way to go here. So we can learn something else, too. I say, now let's pick up Unconscious Riposte. Okay, so Dust in the Wind... Dust in the Wind is an ability we don't need to use very often. This is like a real, I'm in a lot of trouble ability. So probably... No, but also it's a thing that... It's a good spacer, like I was just talking about. So maybe it should be on the first bar. I was thinking, like, if we get desperate... Situations where we're in a lot of danger are situations where I'm more likely to remember my second bar abilities because I'm, like, actually stopping to think. Yeah, we'll leave it on the second bar. It's fine. And I'm going to look up what the hotkey is for switching bars between this episode and next. A monstrous Vine Stalker. Barrier and Chilled. Well, let's have at him. Oh, hey, guy, didn't see you there. This seems like a fine time for a cross slash. Okay, so how much parry did we get? It doesn't actually say on this tooltip. It says on the detailed tooltip that's in the menu. I probably want to go ahead and apply the... Oh, can't apply Versa challenges. Alright, so now our parry chance is super high. It doesn't seem to be working, though. Wow. That was pretty good. 397 damage. So yeah, we're just gonna avoid the ice. Like a turkey, hide armor. Cool, and there's another big chest over here. We should probably start taking it a little bit easier on our flasks again. That thing's gonna shoot at us. Let's try to close the distance to the point where we can wild horse him. That's a cool attack. Oh, you know what? We should buy a mallet. I don't currently have a way of capturing monsters, and that's definitely something we should be thinking about. Oh, nice of you to step into that. You know, rooting me doesn't help if you walk over next to me so I can hit you with my sword. Okay, we need to eat something. Like, I need to actually get my health back. I need to have a lot more health than I currently do. I think we've probably focused this floor down, though. Nope. Somehow there are still enemies left. Let's set up our Flame Serpent, because he's going to walk right over into it. Oh, okay, it's, there's the clearance. We got a lot of job points by coming in here. Okay, we have explored pretty much everything. There is one treasure that we missed. It was 108 gold. That's pretty good. So in moments like this is when we can use a tent, you know, when it's nice and safe. So that's why I bought so many of them. I know that I'm just stockpiling them and not using them. We will start using them soon, because it's gonna be the case more and more often that we're low on health without any option for restoring our health without spending a ton of resources. So do I think that the large wooden chest in the magma chamber is in this area? Honestly, I'd be a lot less concerned about losing this than I was about the other one. Maybe we don't need to worry about it too much. I guess let's finish exploring this floor. And if it's not here, we'll just move on, because it might be up or it might be further down. And I would say that those things have roughly an equal chance of being the case. Do I want to take another Pandora's chest? I don't know, maybe. A little bit of health back. Actually, it looks like we've pretty much cleared the floor out. Alright. We're starting to have trouble again, and we're about to fight a boss. I say let's not kill this Pandora's box, but we'll come back and get it after the boss is down, maybe? That doesn't sound totally crazy to me. So where's the real stairs up? They're all the way down here, okay. Yeah, this boss fight could potentially be tricky. I don't want to buff the difficulty of that right before going into it. Okay, nothing over here. Well, we are just about ready to go here. We can take these now. But I think this is probably where I'm going to call it for today. Man, we are tearing it up. So every time we parry, we'll summon a small Flame Serpent. I'm assuming this means a one-space Flame Serpent. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've had it. We're actually quite far away from the Tier 3 passive. Still a lot of stuff to pick up. So you know what? With 500 job points, I think let's go back to town and pick up the other Sword Mastery skill. Right, because it was 500, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, there's more than 2 in each school now. Armed with this technique, your counterattacks are twice as strong? Okay, we're probably picking that up next. So we are now on... Let's see if it's still the case. It is. Awesome. So you only get 4 passive slots. But the Weapon Mastery passives are free. They don't take up a slot. I was really hoping that was still the case. So probably the next 600 JP we get should go toward picking up double strength ripostes, because that's bananas. And we're actually at 3,400 gold. I'm gonna store that. I'm gonna store that set item before we potentially die fighting this boss. Okay. What else do we want to do? Let's sell all of our unequipped garbage. Yeah, we're doing all right on money. Harvest our food. So our dazzle leaf, or whatever the sparkly sounding tree was, has not produced any stuff for us yet. I'm very curious what will come from it. Still too young, I guess. Alright, well I think that is, in fact, where we're going to call it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're as excited about our rapidly increasing lethality as I am. Come back next time. We're going to meet up with the second boss, and we'll see you then.